How you doing out there? This is John Wayne Mercure, the Sonneteer, from beautiful, beautiful Chandler, Arizona. Weather's great. November the 13th, 2019. Weather's great. No snow, no ice, no sleet, no slipping and sliding and running in, and no pipes breaking, and the cars start. It's pretty nice here in Chandler, Arizona. When things are right, you need to say so. And it's right here in Chandler, Arizona. It really is. It's beautiful. And I'm telling you this because when things are right, you got to say so. There's a thing called that they award to people that deserve it. It's an award called the righteous. You're righteous. You're righteous among the nations. You're righteous above everybody. Really? Really? That's a pretty good thing. I would think you'd want to be righteous among all the nations. And that's the name of this sonnet. Sonnet number 1281. Righteousness among the nations, the award. We hear talk all the time. We hear stories. We have cinema to somehow support hearts of darkness. They're always writing about blood and gore and savagery and filthy mouths. And they go home and they kiss their children with those same filthy mouths. And I don't understand it, but people, they think that's somehow hip. That's somehow cool. Filthy language. That's their wisdom from above. Or is it below? Is it Satan or is it, who is that that's telling them that kind of filth is okay? We reject choosing righteousness. That's the Garden of Eden, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. What are you going to pick, good or evil? The challenge has always been the same. We reject choosing righteousness. We choose the easy way. That we think stolen bread is so much sweeter. Is it? Really? It doesn't choke in your throat. In medieval times, they would have trial by fire, trial by combat. They would also get you so nervous, they would give you this big chunk of dry, it wasn't moldy, I'm sure, but bread, and have you eat it in front of everybody. And if you choked, you were guilty. And you're so damn nervous, you probably would choke. Hey, stolen bread is sweeter? Well, maybe not. Maybe they'd make you eat it in front of everybody and then hang you. See how the ancient people struggled to survive. Sensei, that's me. I'm a world history teacher. That's what I taught. The fact that the human beings had such a hard time, they couldn't even make fire. It took them thousands of years to find out how to make fire. Look how long it took them to develop an electric light. Look how long it took them to develop the stirrup for a horse. They didn't figure that out until 2,000 years ago. Yet they thrived and they prospered because they had to, struggling to survive. They had to keep peace with their neighbors if they could. Because everybody had to be in a castle. No, come on, we got to get along. You got to keep peace with your neighbors. If you keep peace with your neighbors, we're all going to flourish. Blossoming together as righteous gentlemen. And a gentleman is easy. He's a gentle guy, yeah. But he's righteous. He's righteous and he's strong. He's strong. That's a gentleman, righteousness and strength. That's a gentlewoman too, a lady, righteousness and strength. And that's what I'm talking about. Are we going to allow this? Are we going to tolerate it? Are we going to permit? Or are we going to stop, inhibit our neighbors' great talents? I want them to do well. What's just being jealous of people? Their talent is probably really tremendous. Good. I'm happy for them. I don't want to kill their talent. But let's say it turns into something really bad. That the government is maybe the Nazis. We got killers at the door with dogs. And the dogs are going to smell you out. They'll kill anybody that resists, the communists, the Nazis. It has happened multiple times before in this world's history. Many times. Thugs at our door. Thugs at the home door. We've been hit with bandits, thieves, scoundrels, home invasion robbers, demons who will hurt you. They'll torture you. They'll rape you. They'll murder your children right in front of you. They'll like it as they watch you suffer. They'll send you and your family, Nazis and communists and socialists, they'll send you and your family to a camp for re-education and solutions, like, final solution, gas you and burn you in an oven. No mercy without money. You got to have money, and you earn it with your talents. You earn it, and that's how you get out of trouble. Most of the time, I'm telling you the truth. In Western Europe, People had to flee, and they bought their way out. We'll leave all our property. We'll give our bank account. Just let us go. And the ones that didn't go, you want to buy passage and flee with your dear family. But the ones that didn't go, you've got to know you're damned. You're doomed. Dear God, what can we do? Everybody, they didn't have any guns. You think people now should be without a gun? Everybody should have a weapon. It's not a safe world, but then we'll be nicer. An armed society is a polite society. We're a lot harder to hurt into the ovens when we've got a gun. We walk by faith. That's how we walk. We don't walk by sight. We have faith in our God. Call God any name you want. A superior power. We walk by faith. The Mordecai family, this lady saved them. 7 members of a family. Schindler's List, he saved 1,000. Audrey Hepburn, a great actress, a Hollywood actress, a wonderful young lady. She used to carry messages on her bicycle, and if the Nazis would have caught her, they would have shot her. She was a Dutch girl that was really brave. There's a book called Dutch Girl, Audrey Hepburn. And this lady here, her name is kind of hard to say. She's very brave. Melpomena Dina, D-I-N-A. A Greek hero. I like this lady. She's 94 years old, and I want to honor her. I want to honor her in cyberspace forever. Just think, there's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to flee to. There's no roof over naked heads. Sheer desperate hunger, merciless thirst, surrounded by dread, afraid of everything. The Nazis are out there. A declaration of righteousness among all of the world's nations went to this lady, Angel Dina. Why? Because she is righteous. She saved them, rescuing a family of 7 from certain execution. Angel Dina. And this family said that, the Mordecai family. She fed us. She gave us medicine. She gave us clean clothing. She did our laundry. She gave us protection against the Nazi dogs, the monsters. And it was fatal. I mean, if they'd have caught her, it was a fatal risk. If they'd have caught Lady Dina, they would have shot her. They probably would have tortured her and raped her first. And this lady, she braved everything. And she wasn't caught by the Nazi monsters. She's 94 years old now, and she's meeting the Mordecai family. Magnificently noble deeds is what she has done with her life. She deserves that title, Righteousness Among the Nations, Lady Dina. I want to give her credit. The Supreme Court of Justice of Earth strictly says this: in all the world there can be only one supreme law and rule of right, the law of righteousness, the eternal law of right. And he who breaks that law willfully will suffer grief, for God is just. And you got to call him by his name. You can call him any name you want. It's still God. There can be only one. Call him Buddha, call him Gautama, call him the Hindu gods, call him the Shinto ancestors. You can call him Allah, Ja'Allah, Allah, God. Call him Manitou, the Great Spirit, anything you want. There can be only one God, and that's what I'm talking about. You call his aggregate name, but you got an image to what was said on Mount Sinai. Abraham said, Moses said, all of them say the same thing. What do we call you, God? He said, I am that I am. I am. I'm everywhere you look. That's why I'm telling you, Einstein said this, all right? You can live as if nothing is a miracle or everything is a miracle. And he said everything is a miracle. He said one time, I could prove God statistically if I had to. And I'm just telling you, you have to believe in the image of the am. I am. I always encircle that I am whenever I see it. I am, because you're part of it. You're part of it. Angels, that's all of us. We're patterns. We can be the Prince of Peace. We can be the Princess of Peace. We can help each other. They who lay down their lives for their fellow humanity, they're truly blessed. Pray that it's not too late. Pray we can still help each other. He who saveth one life saves just one life. He saves all people in time. If each of us would save a life, if each of us would be a mentor, if we would reach out, we could share a little, you know. How can I help you? Here's a sandwich. Here, do you have a place to, we have services. We can get you a roof over your head. We got to help each other. In time, you have to understand that righteousness is the truth. You got to live right. Righteousness is the truth. The law of truth is God. Ra-Aman, the Egyptians used to say. Ra-Aman. Ra, the sun god. There's only one God. Akhenaten said that, and I think it's beautiful. The Egyptians were right. The bliss of destiny, God-lovingness, the certainty of fate with God. There can be only one. There can be only one truth. Individual righteousness, that's what I believe myself. Individual righteousness, with your talents, there isn't anything you can't do. I'm talking to all of you out there. The world is flat now, technology-wise. And with your talents, live a life of righteousness. We don't have to hurt each other. I'm talking to you out there, you guys that have no guidance. Study, get a skill. Use your talents. Take an aptitude test. Try hard. And there's a lot of you people out there saying you can't do it. You can't do it. That's ridiculous. There's Edward James Olmos. He had a video that was tremendous called Stand and Deliver. He taught calculus to non-teachable kids. And one of them is a professor at Arizona State University. Her name is Erica Camacho. And she teaches calculus. She got her doctorate in calculus. And I'm telling you, the teacher is everything. We got to get good teachers. We got to get good schools. And we got to keep trying here. Why? It's just too important. Righteousness. And I'm asking you right now for your help. Ja Allah, Allah Ja pour vous. God bless us, everyone. Et me qui vous aime. Thank you for listening. Au revoir.